This is chapter 26 of the book titled God's Gift to Women by Michael Baisden. Samantha was sitting at her desk in music class waiting for Miss Adams to arrive. While looking over her homework assignment, she felt a bump in the back of her chair. "Stop it, Melissa," Samantha whispered as she turned around. "Stop what?" Melissa replied. "Don't play dumb. You know what I'm talking about. And if I don't, what are you going to do about it, you African booty scratcher?" Samantha jumped out of her chair with her hands balled into fists. The entire class gathered around to watch the fight. Just as Samantha was about to pop Melissa in the mouth, the principal, Ms. Bell, walked in. Everyone quickly ran back to their seats. "Good morning, class." "Good morning, Ms. Bell," they responded in unison. "I'm here because I have some bad news to tell you. Miss Adams will not be here today." "Why not?" Melissa asked. "Miss Adams had an accident yesterday while shopping for new instruments. A piano fell on top of her wrist and broke it." The class gasped. "Ooh." "Will she be back?" Melissa asked. "Probably not for a while," Miss Bell explained. "In the meantime, I want to introduce your substitute teacher. Her name is Miss Randall, and I want you to be on your best behavior. Understand?" "Yes, ma'am." "Now please give her a warm welcome." When the children began to applaud, an attractive black woman entered the classroom. She had brown eyes, caramel brown skin, and long black hair that was pulled back into a ponytail. Most of the class was happy to see her, especially the boys. They were blushing so hard their faces turned bright red. But Melissa was wearing a frown. She didn't want to lose her position as teacher's pet. "Good morning, everyone. My name is Miss Randall, and I'm looking forward to teaching you the art of music," she said. "Now that you know my name, let's find out who you are, starting with the front row." Samantha was in the middle of the second row, directly in front of Melissa. She wasn't hard to miss, being the only black child in the class. When it was her turn to introduce herself, Ms. Randall smiled at her. Melissa noticed and kicked the back of Samantha's chair again. "Stop it, Melissa. Is there a problem?" Ms. Bell asked. "Why don't you let me handle this?" Ms. Randall whispered to Ms. Bell. "Okay, but if you need me, I'll be in my office." Then she walked out of the classroom. Once the door was shut, Ms. Randall walked over to where Samantha and Melissa were sitting and stood over them. "So what seems to be the problem, young ladies? Melissa keeps kicking the back of my chair." "Is this true, Melissa?" "No, ma'am, she's a liar," Melissa shouted. "I'm telling the truth, Miss Randall. She even called me an African booty scratcher." All of the kids laughed. "So you don't like black people, huh, Melissa?" "I like some black people, like Halle Berry, Michael Jordan, and Will Smith." "What about the black people you see every day, like the garbage man, the janitor, or your black neighbors?" "I don't have any black neighbors." "Maybe that's your problem," she said to her. "You need to be exposed to black people who aren't dribbling basketballs or dancing in videos." "She said white people are better than black people," Samantha said. "Did you say that, Melissa?" "No, I just said that white people are smarter than black people." "Is that right?" Miss Randall walked back to the front of the class. "Well, since you're so smart, tell me who invented the traffic signal and the telephone transmitter." Melissa's eyebrows raised as if she was contemplating an answer. "Or maybe you could tell the class who was the first self-made female millionaire," Miss Randall continued. When Melissa didn't answer, Samantha raised her hand high into the air. "I know the answer, Miss Randall." "Okay, Samantha, what is it?" "Garrett Morgan invented the traffic light. Granville T. Woods invented the telephone transmitter. And Madam C.J. Walker was the first self-made female millionaire. And what do all these people have in common? They're all black," Samantha said proudly. "So I guess you're not as smart as you think you are," Miss Randall said while grabbing a piece of chalk. "Now, come up to the front of the class and write 100 times on a blackboard. All people are created equal. Come on, let's go." Melissa pouted as she stood up from her desk. As she started toward the front of the class, Samantha covered her mouth and whispered, "Welcome to Africa." That is the end of chapter 26. Stay tuned.